Hello everyone and welcome to episode 16 of the randomizer series here on TEW 2020. It's day 6 of the Champion Carnival Tour. We're well past the halfway point now, as we only have 4 more shows. Man, this has been quite the tournament so far. It's been a really good idea to do this. We'll see if it keeps on going, which it should. Should be a pretty good show, as we do have, of course, Backstage incidents, as always. We got PCO first. He got a lot of heat with the rest of the rock room due to his recent behavior. We'll just give him a stern warning on that one. Seems like that's a fair punishment. He turned up, the Masked Superstar turned up very late to a locker room meeting, breaking one of the locker room rules. I just turned up very late. Alright. We'll probably give him a stern warning as well. Alright, we probably should have fined him. As Ghetto was being obnoxious, eventually got beaten up by Mark Rocco after a fight broke out between the two. I think he learned his lesson. So we'll give him a stern warning. Mr. America, everybody thinks that we were alright, and then we got slimming tension between Ghetto and Mark Rocco. Great. Shadow also got a lot of heat in the locker room for his recent behavior. There we go. Oh, at least we got Mark Rocco back after that. Revo Man was being obnoxious and conveniently got beaten up by Negro Casas, and now, after another 2 fights have broken out throughout this, in the locker room here, we'll give him a fine. He was unhappy about that. Alright. As, of course, we have a lot of this pre-booked. That's going to make this a little bit easier. Howard Finkel, welcome everyone to the show. Oh boy, so how this show's going to line up. Probably have Bobo Brazil, Masked Superstar, starting it off with Bobo Brazil getting the win. Then probably Rikishi and the Repo Man. With the Repo Man getting the win over Rikishi. That's huge. Definitely don't think that should be how that goes. I'm assuming the Repo Claw is going to come to effect in that matchup. Then probably Fit and Pillman, which that's a great match. Fit Finley's going to get the win there right before the 10-minute time limit. Then we're going to actually have Mr. America not go on last. He's going to be in the co-main with the Hong Kong Band getting the win there. And then the Lance Storm, the Crippler match, which is going to be a draw. I mean, that should be quite the matchup. Crippler's very upset about this, though. Doesn't blame him. He probably should get the win. But all things considered, you know, Lance Storm, hell of a talent, Crippler, hell of a talent, 10-minute time limit, you know, we gotta protect everybody. Oh, that's alright, Crippler's cool with it now. The word's huge. So just do a little swap here. Alright. Now, of course, we got 17 minutes of time to fill. As, you know, just as far as, like, recently, we've done a lot of, done some women's matches. We did, you know, the 4-way with Makito, and then the double counter with Bloody Mare, which caused their injury. We've done Human Cannibals tag matches, 6-mans, or I guess 6-person in that case with Kana and Brooke Tessmacher. And then also a triple threat with Trevor Lee, Kenta, and Tanahashi. And then I want to say the first Carnival match, yeah, it was a tag match as well. Let's see. I'm not really sure exactly what I want to do as far as the show goes. So we got a lot of options. A lot of options. I'm just thinking about just people we haven't used in a hot minute, which probably be like Jim Powers, and then like Shuta Umino, and maybe Scorpio Sky. Yeah. Rick Martel, we haven't used him in a while either. Yeah, I'll do Rick Martel, Jim Powers. With Rick Martel getting the win. And then before that match, we'll have Rick Martel spraying his perfume over the crowd and into the ring before the matchup. Rick Martel. Spraying his special sauce, we'll call it. Even though that makes no goddamn sense, it's just cologne. Over the crowd in the ring. Like 3 minutes, basically during his entrance, so whatever his entrance would, however long that would be. I don't know why we had Jim Powers in this. What's that would be? Rick Martel. Nice. And then we'll have another match. Have it be a tag. That's, Scorpio Sky, maybe. Nego Cross, so we haven't used him also in a while. And it's tough. Tough to really figure out what I want to do. So maybe we'll do Fujinami and Shota as a team. And then Daisuke and Great Okan as another team. Just to try it out. Daisuke and Shuji's a fine team, but we'll try this team on for size. Tatsumi Fujinami is going to get the win over the Great Okan. Good stuff there. Oh, Daisuke's the road agent. That would be fit. Alright, so that match is probably going to stink. So we'll have that be the opener. Yeah, then, I think that's fair. I think that's a fair placement of the card one. I just want to make sure. Okay, so we don't have a hardcore / wild brawl or mayhem car crash match. We'll have this be mayhem. Actually, car crash. Yeah, that's fine. And probably Pillman and Finley as the wild brawl. I think Pillman could probably do it. Yeah, not really, but Fit can. Fit will be able to carry him. Maybe it'd be better as the Rikishi Repo Man match. Now, actually, you know what? Probably Bobo Brazil and Mass Superstar, because Bobo can mix it up a little bit. So if we get the Mass Superstar, yeah, that's better. Let's change that. And that should be the card. As before we go through the card, though, we'll go through what the tournament rankings are. As first, it is the Crippler. As after the draw with Mr. America's draw on the last episode, now the Crippler in the lead, but because of that draw now, he's going to have 11, and with Mr. America beating the Long Talk Man, they're going to be tied at 11 apiece. After the show, and Lance Storm getting another draw, will be his third draw of the tournament. He's going to be tied for wins with his draws. He'll have 9 points, so he'll stay there at third. Pillman coming up short against Finley, so he'll stay there at 6. And Rikishi coming up short against the Repo Man, so he'll stay at 5. Fit was going to be tied with Rikishi rather at 5. As then the Mass Superstar is. I forget. I think Bobo's getting the win. I actually forget who's winning in the Mass Superstar Bobo Brazil match. And then Hong Kong Man obviously losing. Repo Man getting the win, so he'll be up to 4 points. So looks like the bottom of the barrel will, depending on how the Mass Superstar goes, if he beats Bobo, it's either going to be Bobo or Hong Kong Man after this episode. So that should be interesting to see how the rest of the tournament plays out. Obviously, Mr. America and the Crippler, like they are on the collision course for winning this Champion Carnival. That is for sure. As obviously Howard Twinkle, welcome everyone to the Champion Carnival. As that gets a 34, a 31 for Daisuke Sakamoto in the Great Okan versus Shota Umino and Tatsumi Fujinami. Yes, Shota not getting over with the crowd, but at least the Fujinami and Sakamoto, it made sense at least for them, and also Daisuke and Great Okan's a great team. So we got that going for it. Looks like Daisuke and Great Okan's going to be the team, which that does sound like a fun team on paper, too. So that's fun. We'll probably add them to the tag team list. As Rick Martel spraying his cologne, special sauce, over the crowd and in the ring before his matchup with Jim Powers, which is a 43. Wow, they still hating on poor Rick Martel, even with a 55. Jim Powers with a 17, though. It's fucking terrible. Is Jim Powers gets the win with the Boston Crab as Rick Martel, and Bobo Brazil does get the win over the Mass Superstar with the Cocoa Butt. Right guy winning there. That's a 50. To start off the tournament action in this episode. As then we have Rikishi versus Repo Man. Repo Man getting the win even though he doesn't deserve it. Plus a power slam too. Power slamming Rikishi. Does not make sense at all. That's a big ass man to be power slamming. As Rikishi should have got the win there. Felt like we've fucked over Rikishi a good bit in this tournament so far. It's Finley getting the win over Brian Bill with the Tombstone Pile Driver. That's a fun matchup. Getting a 61, or 63 rather. as Finley with a 61-58 for Brian Pillman. As the co-main event to 75, thanks to Mr. America 79, he gets the one with the big boot and the leg drop over the Honky Tonk Man. That's a kind of a funny thing. We stopped doing like Honky Tonk Man's like music number 2, which is just kind of funny. We stopped doing that. And the main event actually gets outperformed by the co-main event. It's a time limit draw. The Crippler and Lance Storm go to the 10 minutes. Goes to the 10-minute mark. Lance Storm was off his game, which might have caused it to be a little bit lower of a rating, but I got the crowd buzzing for the main event at least. And still was a fun show. Got a 66. As really getting carried by Mr. America and the Crippler so far. Now that show was specifically. I'm gonna give some love to Mr. America and the Crippler and Rikishi for he probably should have won and he didn't. So give some love there. As another Champion Carnival show is in the books. Thank you all for watching. And we'll catch you guys next time for more Champion Carnival action.